Hi, wonderful humans. So today we're going to be talking about how to study for the 2020 AP World Test. Remember, this is a modified test, and so I want to give you one more quick overview of what this test exactly is going to look like. So again, it's going to happen on Thursday, May 21st, 1 week from the original date at 1 o'clock. There is no option, asterisk, we'll talk about it later, of taking it at a different time. Okay, so 1 p.m. This is not like your other online classes where you can take things at any time you wish. 1 p.m. It is a 45-minute modified DBQ with only 5 documents. And we will be going through the rubric throughout the next few weeks as well. The units that are going to be covered are units 1 through 6 or chapters 8 through 20 in our Strayer text. And yes, indeed, you will need to know the content as well as the DBQ skills in order to successfully answer and get points for this DBQ. So we're going to be talking about how do you review those content pieces and skill pieces in this video. Again, the big thing, and I wanted to emphasize this yesterday as well as today, is that time constraints are not going to allow you to write a full DBQ and constantly be checking your notes. And this is one of the reasons why you need to have those content or those background knowledge pieces to not only successfully write the contextualization point, but then also to be able to understand all of those documents within their context or within the context of that question. Please know that you have resources galore. One of the best resources that I think you have are the notes that you've been taking all year. Please also know that Ms. Hagen and I have been working to create review sheets for you that you will be able to use, and I'll show you what those look like in a few minutes, as well as practice DBQs, because this is the only thing your test is going to be focused on. That is really what we are going to be focusing on throughout these next few weeks. So we'll be taking different elements of a DBQ as well as writing whole DBQs throughout these next few weeks. And then College Board also said they are going to be coming up with their own DBQs to give out on the AP website for you to practice with. The last thing I want to emphasize is that you have 2 separate video sources that we have used in the past. So you have your Heimler videos. You also have your crash course videos. Both I think would be helpful to you. The Heimler videos, if you just type into the Google Heimler video YouTube, you will see here that he is going to have listed, if he loads, he will have listed an AP World History channel. That channel is divided by
Hey, and welcome to the
So that that channel is divided by units. So for instance, you can see unit 5 right here, and it has 10 videos listed. So those will be all of the things that you would need to know about unit 5. With that being said, here's what the cheat sheets will look like. This cheat sheet has been uploaded as a PDF to your Google Classroom page so that you can open it up into Notability if you either wish to have it in Notability or don't have the capabilities to print it off. One of the suggestions that I would make is if you like these cheat sheets, or if your notes maybe weren't the greatest at the beginning of the year, that you go back and do some comparison. There are several ways you can use these cheat sheets. One of the first ways I would suggest is going back on your own and annotating this cheat sheet for different information. In addition, you could always talk to somebody else, whether it be face-to-face, a family member at home, or via FaceTime, somebody else who's in this class, kind of like what you would do with the note processing at the beginning of class every day, and then add to your notes that way. So for instance, if I did not know what luxury goods were traded along the Silk Roads here, that might be something that I go and add to my notes later on. You'll notice that each section is going to tell you what units are located here. It will also tell you a chapter, a topic with a section, and then sometimes it will link videos from either Steve Heimler or Crash Course for you in case you really just don't remember something. Like, let's say I don't remember anything about the sea roads and these words are just mumble jumble. I could click on that video to get some visuals as well as to hear somebody else talk about what that topic is. With that being said, again, one of the examples I have here is my own from adding to my notes. I went through one time and I added information, made some connections, or analyzed some information based on what I remembered, and then I talked with somebody else about this information and added to my notes a little bit further. A few other studying ways for you is that you could go through specifically for this chapter, for this section, and do some comparing and contrasting of the different roads and how they're going to either impact different civilizations, or what are civilizations giving to others in exchange. You could also talk about the economic side versus the cultural piece here for compare and contrast, or doing a simple cause and effect. So again, you could look at this in several different historical thinking skills and then figure out from there how you would organize some information. The last two suggestions I have for you are going through and watching a Heimler video or watching a crash course and adding to your notes that way. Or you could also find context for each of these sections. So for instance, if I was going to talk about the cultural impacts of trade during this time, I might put a sticky note here, or on a separate piece of paper, write what would be a good 4 or 5 sentences with specific examples that I could use for context if a DBQ or if a prompt was asking about the cultural impacts of trade from the 1200s to the 1450s. So again, those are some ways that you could use these resources. Again, these resources will be posted for you on Google Classroom. They are optional resources for you to use, although highly encouraged, again, whether your notes were not the greatest at the beginning of the year or you need further clarification about topics. In addition, any of the videos I'm posting for you, the Heimler videos, crash course, or videos that I create, unless noted that it is a must do, these are all optional things. I want you to figure out a best way to study for you. If you need any help, feel free to reach out to me on my office hours during WebEx from 9 to 11 every single day, or during our class time. I would love to video chat with you to get some of that clarification, because we're not going to have an every single day content piece. Again, if you need the help, please reach out. Here's the information with the different resources for you. I hope that this helped. Again, this is posted on Google Classroom, and please let me know if you need anything else. Bye.